Hey Lee, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. First off, I want to say thank you for the request. That's a very interesting way that you found me. I can't say anyone else has found me that way in particular yet. It kind of doesn't surprise me though, because I have had a lot of people comment, I guess I look like a Bollywood actress, especially because of my name, and then I guess because I look quite Indian, but it's funny because my background's actually Indonesian. So yeah, there you go. But I hope this video cheers you up, like send your request. I apologize, it took me a little bit to get to you. It's just been a super crazy busy week with work. So I have just here, where is it? Your instructions, because there's a lot in there, so I couldn't remember it all. So I'm just gonna go and run through it. So where are we? So you live in Scotland. That's really cool. I haven't been there. So I guess the answer to that question, no, I haven't been there to do any snowboarding. Probably the closest I've been is I lived in Austria for a part of a season, half a season. Unfortunately, I didn't get to travel around a lot. So I would actually love to get back that way and do some traveling. I'm actually half Dutch as well. So I've never really spent a lot of time, I guess, around Europe, and yeah, I would love to kind of get back that way and just check out everything over that way, because I feel like Australia is so far away. It's like what, 14, no, it's 2 flights, like 14 hours each from memory. I can't remember. But yeah, I would absolutely love to come over and check it out. I did have a conversation with someone maybe a few years ago about potentially going to Scotland to go snowboarding. But they just like unlocked a little memory, but I can't actually think of who it was, so or what was said. So never mind. But maybe one day. Where are we? Sarah Blasco. I know the name and I definitely have listened to her songs before. I just can't think of them right now. But I would definitely have a look. I'll check out her album. I'm kind of like finding a lot of new music that I really like at the moment. So yeah, I'm definitely open to the suggestions. So thanks for that. And yeah, it seems like it's a really significant album to you, which is really cool. So yeah, I'll definitely, yeah, I'd love to give it a listen. I'll check it out. You've got about your book here. So that's awesome. Congratulations on writing a book. That's really cool. And short stories about your younger years. So that leads me to think that you've had a pretty crazy life when you were younger. Yeah, I am intrigued to know more, like what did you get up to that like you were able to write a whole collection of stories about? That's really cool. Yeah, I'll have to see. I'm sure if I have a Google, I'll be able to find out more about it. My favorite kinds of books to read. So I used to read a lot. I haven't been reading as much. I don't really read at all lately, I hate to admit. One of my New Year's resolutions was to start reading again. And then I actually had like a little pact for a little while with a girlfriend when we were going to try and read 10 minutes every day. And then like we just, by the time you get to bed, I was just so tired that never happened. So then I tried to do a resolution where it's like, okay, I'll read a book every month. That also hasn't really happened. I did read a book recently though. I started a long time ago as well. But I finally finished The Tattooist of Auschwitz. So that book, so my grandfather was actually in the war and he had a tattoo, a prisoner of war tattoo. He was a prisoner of war. So I wanted to read it to kind of get his story. Apparently he actually he wrote a memoir which is lost in Holland somewhere. Unfortunately he's passed since, so no one's been able to find it. But I wanted to read the book because I saw the TV show was coming out and it was actually quite crazy because there were a lot of similarities. So considering that's been the only book I've read in a while, yeah, it was actually a bit of a crazy experience because it was kind of like almost a little bit personal, if that makes sense. But other than that, I guess my favorite kinds of books, I like a lot of I guess I'm more of a crime person, or like psychological thriller. I used to read a lot of those kinds of books when I was younger because I really wanted to study forensic science when I was in high school. So that was just the kind of stuff I was interested in. I was like, and it was kind of like before it was like a really cool thing, you know, like all the true crime and stuff like that, and like CSI. Yeah, it was something I just found really interesting, I guess, in terms of the science, and then just the psychological part as well. Like forensic psychology was something I was also interested in studying, but I kind of went a completely different direction with that. So now obviously working, like doing the media and like being in the snow industry, and then I used to work in fashion as well. So yeah, I didn't quite go that route, but I do still enjoy reading it. And I guess that'd kind of be like my favorite TV shows as well, like those psychological crime thrillers and like movies and stuff like that. Yeah, so I guess that relates to books as well. Although I'm more of a podcaster these days, to be honest, just because it's easier. You can listen while you're driving or you're, you know, walking and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I kind of went to that question a lot more than what I was intending to. Sorry about that. I tend to ramble sometimes. So anyways, where is it? Give me the best piece of advice you've ever been given. I think... So I remember when I was younger and I went into like a gas station. I was in a car with my brother, and he's 15 years older than me. And I remember he told me, well, actually there were these really like, I don't know what kind of term you would use. I guess probably the more universally known term would be like white trash, just these like really, I don't know, these like loud, just really crude girls, and they were there. So one piece of advice was never become like that. And I can't always remember that because I remember like I was a kid. I was like looking at these people, I was a little bit scared because they were just, I don't know, just how they were. So that's always stuck with me. But he also said to me that night, he said, always make sure that, what is it? You work to live, not live to work. So essentially, you know, obviously don't spend your life just working. And that's probably something I probably should have taken on board earlier, because I spent a lot of years working like crazy hours, but it was mostly so I could go snowboarding. I would work, and then I would move overseas for a couple of months. And then, you know, as I started getting supported in snowboarding, getting paid to do it, I could work less, so that was good. But I'm finding now, like as I get older, I really need more of like a work-life balance. I find it really hard to work like I used to. Yeah, and it kind of like gets me down if I do that, and I just get really exhausted. So that's something I'm kind of taking on board a lot more. And other than that, it's probably my advice I give to people. Patience is a virtue. So, you know, I have so many people who like want to rush things in their life, and I'm like, oh no, it's annoying, but just step back, and you know, time's going to do its thing. And there's been a lot of instances where just, even with information, it's just like, you know, you kind of got to let situations have a bit of breathing space, and you know, patience is a virtue. So I don't know if that makes sense, but makes sense in my head. I'm nearly getting to 10 minutes, which is what I think is the cutoff. So what sort of stuff is on your bucket list? I was thinking about it before I started recording. I would say the Northern Lights, and going to Lapland in Finland. Cage diving with great white sharks, something I haven't done but I would love to do. And oh no, I had one and then I can't remember what it is. Oh no. Though nothing that came to mind. I would love to go like check out like some ancient ruins. I know, like Mayan ruins or something like that. I used to love the game Tomb Raider when I was growing up, and like Indiana Jones. So I think that'd be really cool. But I can't remember the other one now. It's going to really annoy me. But anyways, I think that covers everything. I hope this video has cheered you up. Again, I'm so sorry it took a little bit to get to you. I'm about to come to the cutoff. So I hope you have been having a lovely weekend, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon. Bye.